Okay, I guess that works. What? No, no, no. This is mine. You can get up and get your cat. This is your cat. Come on. No, no. 1, 2, 3, up, up. 1, 2, 3, up, up. 1, 2, 3. Or you want to stay here with me? Can't have that. That's my pillow. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee Corner. Today is your episode 70. Yes, I like when the number is even. Anyways, what do you want? It is very hard for me to focus on what I'm doing right now because Bob has been Bob. He wants my pillow. That's why. But this is my pillow. I don't want to get sloppers all over the pillow. Anyway, and it's not washable. So yeah, I don't want that. I don't really have a theme today. I just thought it would be nice to kind of chat away and do a little bit life update. Not really life update. I kind of I always like to make promises that I can't keep, which is a really bad idea. And bad habit, so never be like me. I just came back from a trip, and that's why I haven't done any videos because I thought about, I'm gonna make 2 videos a week, and I'm back to a normal routine, or like an old routine or something like that. But apparently, I was not able to do it. Anyway, so we went on a trip to Killarney Provincial Park in Canada. It was rougher than I thought. I mean, we go to Algonquin Park every year in the end of August or like the middle of August for a week. We camp there. We enjoy the nature, and this is something I like. And for me, it's like a recharging. I get there, get away from all the electronic devices and all the people, other things, and then just fully, immerse in that environment and try to meditate, try to be myself. I loved it. But this time we decided to go to a different location, which is a little bit further in the north. I'm not very good at directions, so if I'm wrong, correct me. We went to Killarney, and it's definitely beautiful. As long as you have a camera, you would take fantastic pictures of the view. It's just so stunning, breathtaking. The problem is because it is really further and it is really wild. And of course, they're not very well developed or as well developed as Algonquin Park. I would say that roads are definitely rougher and bumpier, and you don't really have anywhere to stop your car and try to do, animal viewing or something like that. And you just have to keep going, and there are a lot of holes there. So when you drive, you have to be careful. Also, I think you have to do interior hiking rather than just camp somewhere or do amateur camping, because there's really not much to do if you're not going into the woods. So if you know what I mean. They have beautiful lakes, super, super nice. But again, you can go to beach. We went to beach, but I'm not a good swimmer, so I refused to go swimming in the lake because I feel like I'm going to drown or something bad will happen to me. So I was reading my book on the beach. I loved it, but that's pretty much everything I did for the whole day. Everything is so distanced. Yeah, is that a word? Yeah, that's a word. You pick a location, you go there, you do that. If you want to go to next location, it's gonna take you about 30 to 40 minutes driving. So we were like, I don't really want to waste the time on driving on the road. So better to do something like you can enjoy for a whole day. But again, I felt like I didn't do anything, which kind of what's the word I was looking for? Which kind of made me feel like that's when I can't settle when I'm not doing anything. I think I had a video before talking about when I don't feel I'm productive, then I get anxious, I get antsy. I feel like I'm not doing anything good. and I feel like I'm falling behind, things like that. So that's how I feel when I was there. And well, you know, when you're on vacation, you're supposed to relax, of course, not doing much. But I just have the feeling that I need to do things. I need to have a list. I need to, go like a bam, 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 and do that, finish that, check. But I didn't have that. And it was very spontaneous. We didn't really plan well like what we used to, but I liked it. And another funny thing that I noticed, I would say I'm a pretty good reader. I like reading a lot, but I realized because some of life changes recently, I've been on my phone so much, like so much to the point I realized that is a problem. And that is a problem when I got there. So normally when I was in the park, I would just put my phone away, try to enjoy the view, try to be like nothing there, but I just couldn't this time. I will be constantly looking for my phone, even though we didn't have any service data, anything there, no signals at all. But I felt like I feel panicked. You know what I mean? I feel like, oh, I need to stay with my phone. I need to connect with something. Or, like even I didn't have service signal there. I was trying to scroll on my phone, trying to open this app and close that app and open this app and close that app, just constant doing things like that, meaningless. But that have reminded me something that I need to chill the freaking down. Yeah. I definitely want to be more, I don't know. Like I'm pretty happy about what I am and where I am right now. But I also feel like I'm stopping. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm pausing here, not moving forward. And I have to tell myself that it is okay to now, moving forward. Anyway, so I really enjoyed the trip. If you are in Canada or you're in Ontario, you want to plan trips like that, I highly recommend Algonquin Park. It's definitely well equipped. You can do a lot of things over there. That's my all-time favorite. Killarney, if you're not pro or you want to try something a little bit more adventurous, definitely go there. I love it. Not that much, but good place to go. So anyway, came back from my trip and definitely felt like it's a boom, get back to reality. And there's a lot of work to do, and it's definitely the end of August to feel like I just feel like it's back to school, and I've got a lot of stuff to do. And I open my email and I was like, oh my God, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 things to do. And I had to make a list, which is something I always recommend. Make a list if you feel you always procrastinate. I do. So I had my list here and I said, okay, so I didn't really set a date because they don't really have a due date as long as you finish everything by the end of August. So what I did is I set everything according to their priority. So first thing I'm going to do this because, it is more important than second and third. And then even if something that I haven't put them on the list, and I still will do that first, but write it down after I finish that. So I have a record of what I've done. Then in that case, I don't forget things. I have become a little bit forgetful recently. So I was thinking, well, I always think a lot. I was trying to plan to do a video this morning because I find the lighting works better in the morning, and I felt like I'm more energetic in the morning too. But of course, I've got caught up with all the emails and paperwork and everything. I was like, oh my God, okay, so let's get that done. Another good thing is, for me, good thing, as you all know, I've mentioned this many times, I hated my previous job, but I was still on the supply list because, money's money. You got to do what you got to do. Until I got this current job, permanent position, I definitely feel more secured because, everything's guaranteed. You're not worried about, next semester, I'm not going to have any jobs or something like that. So anyway, I finally said no because they send out email and say, oh, let me know your availability about supply or something like that. So it is the first time I firmly said, I'm sorry that I won't be able to continue on the supply list. And that makes me very happy because, sometimes adulting is difficult and you have to say yes to things that you don't really like. But occasionally when you say no, you just feel like, oh my God, I'm such a badass. So that's how I feel when I send out that email. It is short, sweet, polite, nice. And that's it. I'm done with that job. I moved on. Another thing I found about myself, of course, personality wise, is I am definitely more brave than before about making requests. And you all know I'm so scared to ask for things, even though it is reasonable. But again, I still feel like, you know what I mean? So for the first time, so we had to, I work at the Writing Service Center at a university. Now, most of things are going back in person because of my personal issues or personal concerns, personal situations, I put it that way. It's not issues. Personal situations, I won't be able to go back in person this semester. So I wasn't really sure. So they have a limited spots for a virtual teaching. I wasn't sure if I could get it, but you know what I mean. Every time when you feel like there's a reasonable request, don't hesitate to ask. What if it's going to happen? If you don't ask, of course, it's never going to happen. So anyway, I went for it. Be genuine, be authentic, be yourself. You don't want fake, or you don't want to fake it, right? So you have legitimate reasons, you have legitimate excuses, then tell them, explain to them. So this is the thing I said. Well, how I've worked there. How I've been working there, and this is my situation. I really want to continue, but I won't be able to do so if I have to go back in person because of 1, 2, 3, 4 reasons. Thank you so much. It would be really nice if everything can work out for both of us. So I made this request, and I also gave them my availability because I have another full-time job. I said I really don't want to lose it because it's what I love. I really love that job. I like doing things like that. Something different, more academic, more challenging, and something that pushed me to learn more. I was kind of a little bit, unsettled because this is the first time I was actually making clear requests for something. I wasn't really sure, and because we switched to a new boss, I have this. I have to be honest with you guys. I sometimes a little bit biased. We used to have a female supervisor. I liked her. She was really nice to all the employees, and she was very thoughtful, and she would do whatever to accommodate you. Then we switched. So she got a new job at different university and moved on. And then we got a new supervisor, which is a guy. And right away, my first impression was like, oh my God, I don't like the guy because, they're not going to think too much for us. And then he's going to be, straightforward. Business is business, things like that. But he's really good. I like him. He's very organized. He will make a list of what things you need to do and keep track of everything. It just makes me very happy. When people are organized, it makes me very happy. So anyway, and I thought he would be like, no, we can't really, do this for you, or we can't really, make this arrangement for you or something like that. But he was really nice. He was doing really, his best to accommodate me. And I just got my schedule this morning. I was trying to figure out things, put everything on my calendar. I was really very, very happy. And then that happened. So I sent out an email saying like, thank you so much for your support. And everything looks good, things like that. But for the first time, I felt like I'm such a capable person. I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. Not like, physically I can show you my guns, but I feel like I'm definitely mentally stronger than before when it comes to asking for things, which is really important, especially when you start your jobs or when you're at university. You have to do things for yourself. You have to get to what you are supposed to get. Then you're gonna have to be more brave than you thought. When you expected, then you're gonna go for it. and try it. The painful part is always like you can get what you want, and then you feel like, oh, I'm such a loser because nobody cares about me, or I don't have the ability to make people do things. Well, that happens. That happens to me a lot. That's why I was very proud of myself to take the first step and to ask. So from now on, I will remind myself to think about if there's something that is very challenging and I want to do it, and because it is good for me. I of course will have two little persons in my mind doing like, no, don't do it, no, I want to do it, kind of thing. So if something ever happens, and then my first reaction will be take actions. I think you will always regret for something you haven't done, or you did not do, or you choose not to do it. You don't really regret what you've done. That's what I think. Well, I forgot. I read this somewhere else. I forgot. So anyway, so that's regret. If you have a plan, or if you have something or decisions you need to make, and choose the one, because why you struggle. Like, why do you struggle? You struggle because you want to do it, and then you are afraid of some consequences, or you don't want to do it, then you're afraid of some consequences. Then when it comes to that kind of situation, you always want to remind yourself, go for it. And well, that probably brings this whole thing to another topic that I could do in the future, is why making decisions so difficult. Excuse me. I had fried tofu for dinner, for lunch. So why is that so difficult to do? Because there are some consequences, and as human beings, our nature is to avoid anything harmful. And of course, some consequences are painful, some consequences are good, but you don't know. So you just give a prediction about what that could happen, and then you will be like, oh, I'm gonna get the result I don't want, then that's painful, so better not do it. And then later on you will regret, so I wish I did that before, so I wouldn't miss the opportunity. So that is something I'm going to remind myself. You gotta keep doing something like that. If you don't want to do it, you have to be 100% sure that you don't want to do it. And then of course you can say no. For example, saying no to my previous job, right? And if you have something like you're not sure, should I do it or not, then you're going to do it, because even if you didn't get what you want, or you get something that isn't unexpected, but at least you did it, then you won't regret that you didn't take that action, right? So that is something I would definitely remind myself. But other than that, I think that's pretty much everything. One thing is I'm planning to I'm planning to invite a guest talking about TESOL stuff, teaching English as a second language. So if you have any questions about TESOL program, TESOL certificates, or teaching jobs in Canada, definitely leave a comment down below, and I will collect all the questions, and then I'll plan a video about it. Hope you like it. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.